He's really getting there. So let's look at this. When a risk-averse teenager gains the power to open doorways into other points of time and space, very specific. Good, Mauricio, you really made it more specific. So he's got this ability to open doorways in other time and space. Really good, really simple. We understand it. We can see it. He's extracted from Earth by the leader of an alien band of mercenaries who asked him to join them in a mission to find the legendary being for which the Emperor has offered a huge reward. Okay, good. So, let's just talk about how this isn't like Guardians of the Galaxy. Because there's some Guardians of the Galaxy stuff here going on.
There is.
If he accepts, the band's leader will help Earthling find his parents who were kidnapped by a spaceship when he was a kid. I love all of that because it's all about his core wound. And whenever we do that, whenever we think about the core wound, then we're going to get somewhere in the story. By the way, that's also another question I asked Heather about this professor. What is his core wound? Is he a minority that we're not seeing? Is he gay? And I'm just going to give you some dumb examples here. If the guy next to him, the kid next to him, was his lover, I'm not saying to do this. This is a stupid example, but I'm asking you to think about it. Then we can reveal that in the initial twist, right? We want to connect with the guy more through his core wound. Why is this guy so upset about what happened to America? He's old. He's got his piece of the pie. Is it just because he saw this? Think about it some more. So this is all core wound stuff for Mauricio. So what do we need to do now in this story? What do we need to do? He's joining a mission to find a legendary being for whom the Emperor has offered a huge reward. I don't know really what we do. If he accepts, the band's leader will help Earthling find his parents who were kidnapped by a spaceship when he was a kid. This is all what? It's good stuff, great core wound stuff, but why is this not a log line?
Doesn't say how it ends.
This is mostly premise still, okay?
All right.
That sad face, but it's true. Because this is sort of the beginnings of Guardians of the Galaxy, right? But we don't know, okay, what do we do know? We don't know that this guy is a leader of an alien band of mercenaries. Is this a good guy or a bad guy, the leader?
They are all in for money, and they are gonna, this legendary being eventually will save the universe, because it's gonna be collapsing, so
Well,
we're gonna be learning.
Put in the log line, okay? Because that's really half your story, okay?
Right.
So what happens now?
Wait, but now you're talking about as a TV show, right?
It is a TV
Yeah,
show.
so as a TV show, does he have to put it in about the
We need to know the
being?
characters really well.
No, but the mystery of the being that's going to save the universe, we don't need to know that yet, do we? Because
Yeah, we kind of do. Look,
really?
the leader of an alien band of mercenaries. Who are the mercenaries? Okay?
They are people who work for hire, for money, so they'll take
So
any.
what is our emotional connection to them? Is this like a Suicide Squad but better? Like
Well,
what we talked about 2 weeks ago?
I was thinking, because I like Little Miss Sunshine, and I say the other day I mentioned, what if it was like on space, which kind of Guardians of the Galaxy is. So
So this is a team?
it is a team of self-centered people who want money more than anything else, and our protagonist is not like that.
Okay, so why are we going to connect with these people if they're just self-centered mercenaries?
I was thinking about mainly connecting or starting to connect with the protagonist.
Okay? But if this is a television show, in the pilot you want
Right.
to understand each one of the characters going to be watching for another
Talk
100
about the
episodes.
core ones.
Yes, and how do they relate to each other? In Guardians of the Galaxy, which could easily be a TV pilot, okay, you've got 5 members of a team that are slowly coming together in the movie/pilot. Why are they coming together? Because they're becoming a family. Okay?
Right.
And the family becomes the BMOC question. Are you going to be a family? So we need to understand why Star-Lord is wounded, which you've got here. He's wounded because he's lost his parents. That's True Guardians. Gamora's wounded because her father sold her to the villain, right? Rocket the Coon is wounded because he's a genetic experiment and he doesn't care about anybody because he thinks life, because he's a mutant, he's been tortured, right? And the other guy, the one with the muscle-bound guy, I can't remember his name, all he is about is he saw his entire family killed by the villain. So all he's about is vengeance. So to become a family sounds like what you want to do here.
Right.
So that's got to be in your law. How does our hero, risk-averse teenager, there's going to be four, how does he band together with this group of guys who start out only wanting money?
Mm-hmm.
How does he change? How do they change? Right?
There's that show, is what's it called, Serenity?
Yeah.
Have you heard of that? I think they're mercenaries. Kind
I
of.
haven't watched it.
Or they're
But,
like
I know.
You should, and you should also
It
watch
says-
Guardians again, because this is your mission, Mauricio, to make each one of maybe 4 or 5 characters
Mhm.
go from mercenaries who care only about money
Mhm.
to people who are banded together in an original way.
So that's for
really
the pilot,
essence.
or?
Yes,
All right.
You know, I
because
have a-
remember, in a television pilot is when you change your characters. Then they remain who they are. At the end of Guardians of the Galaxy, we set up a sequel, but it could easily be a TV show. What's their next mission, right?
Mhm.
So now they're banded together, and then your issue becomes, how are those bonds tested each week? That's it. That's the whole thing,
I
yes.
was going to recommend something that's way off the genre, but actually might be useful. Orange is the New Black. Seriously, she's the only, she's a risk averse, quiet, very, what do you call it?
There's about 10 great
Quiet,
characters in Orange
kind
is the New
of,
Black.
exactly.
But what's her core wound?
Well, what I'm saying though is
What's
that she
Piper's
goes
core
into
wound in
a-
Orange is the New Black?
yeah.
Who knows who she is?
Doesn't know who she is.
She doesn't know who she is.
Yeah.
She doesn't know if she's gay or straight.
Right, but,
And that's going to go through the entire 5 seasons.
Right.
But we see her
Right.
in the pilot change. We
Right.
see her go to prison,
yeah.
and she has to deal with
Oh, she has to adapt immediately,
she has to adapt to the
the harshness. of-
dangers
yeah.
of the prison. And in so doing, she loses herself, and in the pilot, but it just sets up that she's with a guy.
Right.
But in the end of the pilot, we see that the girl that she used to love is in the prison too.
Right.
So how is she going to
So the other
function
characters
among
are-
these
are in-
dysfunctional
right.
characters?
But they're kind of like aliens to her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's like going into an
Because
alien
I
world.
wanted him, being risk averse,
Right.
to have to face a
People who are
team of, mercenaries,
Right.
strong will.
Great.
Right.
And he can
Naturally.
do that for the next 100 episodes.
Right.
Because just like Piper doesn't really decide to be lesbian or straight, she goes back and forth.
Right.
He can do the same here.
From
He can
courageous
be-
to-
He can be courageous, but he can become a coward again. He can do that over and over again. We're going to want to watch that over and over again. But these other characters with him,
Mhm.
they have to form a unit. They have to have an emotional connection between each other, just like they do in Star Trek. It's really no different. So you building your characters around these core wounds, and then what are they going to do each week?
They are going to be finding clues, because this guy, I don't know how I wrote him, the mysterious being.
Is this a serial story or is this an episodic story? In other words,
Both.
every week in Star Trek, they face a new band of dangers.
They will face different dangers.
So
But there's
this is
an
a-
arc throughout it.
So this is a case of the week show.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay,
So
so
with
what
that
are,
hybrid-
so why are these guys, are they always looking for this legendary being? They're never
They
gonna
are,
find
they're
him?
following clues.
Okay, so they're never gonna find him.
No.
That's great, that's an unsolvable dilemma. What are they going to find each week? What is the danger?
They are going to be facing the different potential enemies, including other people who want to collect that money.
They want to collect the money. Well, that's not quite strong enough. So you want to,
Mhm.
if you're going to be doing this every week, you need a mission, okay? If their
Right.
mission is to find this legendary being, what is the jeopardy in each week of the show? Just talk about with you.
I was thinking, because I love Doctor Who, so I was being inspired by that. And so every episode they face different challenges or
The
different
Doctor
enemies.
Who's a superhero.
Right.
He's a guy who is like Sherlock Holmes. He's going to win every week.
Mhm.
Is that what you want?
Not necessarily. I was thinking more about facing different kind of enemies, because it's
Okay.
the universe, so they'll find different enemies.
Okay, so what is the superpower of your hero?
He can open doorways into other points
Okay,
in time
great.
and space.
So he's going to be doing that every week
Right.
to solve the issues. How is that going to work?
So
What's he gonna do?
every episode they will find a clue that will take them forward and forward and forward to what they think will be the location.
What's Captain Kirk's superpower in Star Trek?
He's a good commander.
Yes, he's a really good commander, but he's also very quick-witted.
Hmm.
He's also a guy who does what? Anybody know the original Star Trek?
Mhm.
Any of you? No?
Yes.
Okay, what is his superpower?
He's a good
What is
leader.
Captain Kirk's superpower? Think about it. It's a little more complicated than that.
Well, he's a great diplomat.
Oh, he's courageous, isn't
Yeah,
he?
no, he is.
He's courageous, but he's also what? What does he do? What does Mike do in Stranger Things?
He's a leader.
Brings everybody
He's a
together.
leader.
Yeah.
What does J.J. Abrams' Star Trek movie do with Captain Kirk versus Spock? Who's the leader? So this guy, risk-averse teenager,
Hmm.
he's got to learn how to be, maybe, a leader, just like Mike does in Stranger Things. This leader of this group of guys who is just kind of a mess.
Right.
Okay?
That would happen throughout the season, right? Or the
It could, or if you're going to do a procedural where it's a case of the week,
Mhm.
then he's going to be that leader in the pilot. He's going to learn how to be that leader, and then he's going to lead them over.
What if the leader died in the pilot?
I was thinking
The
about
guy- yeah,
that.
the guy
The
who took
original
the line.
one, and now there's leaderless.
Yeah.
Well, that was just a shitty story.
Really?
No, no, I mean,